Can I find that Jesus is the Messiah in the Talmud? In the Babylonian Talmud? Yes, I can. If I read Yama 39b, it states, our rabbis taught during the last 40 years before the destruction of the temple, the lot for the Lord did not come up in the right hand. Every year, they would decide between two goats, and which goat should be sent to the wilderness, and which goat should be sacrificed, according to throwing lots, one black stone and one white stone. Usually, we get a mixture of one white stone, and occasion another year might be a one black stone, or might even be another white stone, but occasionally there will be a black stone and there will be a white stone in the mixture. But for 40 years, every time they threw the lot, only a black stone would come up. Let's continue. Our rabbis taught during the last 40 years before the destruction of the temple, the lot for the Lord did not come up in the right hand, nor did the crimson color strap become white. When they tied up the goats, they will take some of the strap that was on the goat that was going to be left in the wilderness, which was crimson due to blood that was sprinkled on that goat. And they will tie it on the temple post, temple door. And the next day, on the Day of Atonement, it will become white, saying that all Israel's sin was clean. For 40 years it did not become white. Nor did the westernmost light shine. There was a lampstand that was on day and night, 24/7. For 40 years, every time they turned it on, it turned back off. It didn't want to stay on. And the doors of the Hekel, the temple, were opened by themselves. It led one of the rabbis to say, his name was Rabbi Jonathan B. Zakaiah, to rebuke this happening and saying, Temple, temple, why armest thou us? We know that thou art destined to be destroyed, for of thee has prophesied Zechariah ben Iddo. Open thy doors, O Lebanon, and the fire shall eat thy cinders. That's in Zechariah 11, verse 1. Notice the fact that means that God's presence left the temple. In other words, God has left the building. God was no longer in the temple. The temple was destroyed in 70 AD, 40 years before Jesus was crucified. No longer was atonement found in the temple, because it was found in the Son of God, in the Messiah, Jesus Christ. Jesus gives the atonement. The temple does not give the atonement anymore. And we're living in days where we see the Temple Institute in Jerusalem trying to find the red heifer so they can anoint the priests. They're trying to build the temple again. They have in their minds, we're training the priests. We want the temple back the old sacrificial systems again. But there's no sacrifice for atonement in there. If you sin consciously, you're not going to be forgiven in those sacrifices. These rituals do not forgive sin. They have to do it year by year by year. But yet in the Messiah, in one sacrifice of the Messiah, because the Messiah was God and man, there can be forgiveness. Lord bless you, and I'll see you next program of Getting to Know Jesus. Bye.